Tom Brady was a clutch game-managing quarterback at the beginning of his career with a great defense. And then he became the GOAT, and he could carry your offense, and you didn't need to devote as many resources to the defense. And now Belichick has recognized, I got to start doing that again. And lo and behold, the Patriots tried out an elite defense that helps carry Tom Brady. Let me say this, Stephen A., before you go. He's ahead of where Peyton Manning was at the end, right? And Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl being a game manager at the end, and Brady's ahead of that. But to say he's not a game manager now, even last year his stats had fallen way off, not just from the previous season, but for many seasons. And that happened in a year of record passing.
Compared to what? His stats falling off compared to what? Because he didn't throw 50 touchdowns like Patrick Mahomes. He threw for 4,000 yards, 29 touchdowns last year. He didn't have to, Max. Look at the games. A game manager does not put together game-winning drives. In games, they don't. Game managers hold the fort until another phase of the team makes a play. Dude, you talking a game manager is a guy that has never been synonymous with being the greatest ever.
And
I understand what you're saying in particular situations.
No, Max, we've heard from you. We've heard enough from you, Max, because you're not going to sit up here on national television and all of a sudden say game manager is not a dirty word. Well, you've been saying game manager is a dirty word for 3 years. You ain't flipping out like that. You've been doing that. Then you ain't doing that today. The fact of the matter is what you call Tom Brady. Here's the reality of the situation. Have we noticed that Tom Brady doesn't have a running game? Have we noticed that Sony Michel is averaging less than 3 yards a carry? Have we noticed that Julian Edelman, although he's played, hasn't been 100% healthy, that Gronkowski is retired, that Antonio Brown isn't there? Tom Brady, listen, think about, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this on national television, Marcus, because I think this is necessary. We talked about, and Molly, appreciate where I'm about to come. And Max, you're going to smile when I break this part down. Who Tom Brady married to?
Giselle.
Doesn't he have a beautiful life? Doesn't he have a beautiful family? No, nobody has brought this up. And I understand that he found out later, but he saw the way Antonio Brown was acting and invited him into his home. And then after he found out what he found out, he still didn't speak against Antonio Brown and still wanted him on the team. Why? Because he's desperate. That's why. Because he knows that the limited options that he has available to him, he's like, damn, give me anybody. If the brother can play in the NFL, if he ain't suspended, if he ain't thrown out the league, please keep him.
Antonio Brown is like the best wide receiver. I'm going to throw something out here. I don't want to get in trouble with the Patriots. This isn't ESPN. I don't have any information. I don't have to apologize to them. I I think Brady's hurt. So I think Brady was hurt in the Bills game, and that's why he. And by the way, that's why he struggled a little bit.
And the Bills have a ferocious defense, right? So I understand not every team is going to look like that. But Stephen A., here's your problem with your AB point. Brady's gone through years where Gronk has been hurt. He hasn't had an all-world offensive target to throw to. Right? Brady still has Josh Gordon, who's very talented. Talented than most of the receivers he has most seasons.
Right.
You're right, he is down Edelman, but when has he ever had AB in his whole career?
Time out. And here's the part that you're missing. When you said Brady's going to fall off a cliff, and you said...
And then went to 3 straight Super Bowls.
And you said you questioned his velocity throwing the football.
Yep.
When Brady was in the offseason and there was velocity on his ball, what did he say? He pointed at you.
Yes,
we did a segment on that. Right. In other words, so what I'm trying to say is it possible that he's out there and more sensitive than ever because he knows people are looking for the decline?
Of course.
So as a result, he's sitting there and he's reacting to that, and that's why he wants the additional weapons.
If you're trying to say that I am the reason for the Patriots dynasty, I agree.
All right, whatever. I'm not trying. I wouldn't think about that, but maybe it is. All I'm saying is the bottom line is Tom Brady is working damn near with his hand tied behind his back. I don't think that's game managing.
Max, I can't stand that little smirk on your face, Max Kellerman, because you always think you're right. I know you. You always think you're right.
And he's usually wrong.
You responded. You responded, Max, all right? And you got caught as a victim of the moment because the Buffalo Bills, give the Buffalo Bills credit. Give the fact that this is the NFL credit. Give the fact that Tom Brady has already stated his claim to be the greatest quarterback ever. And now you jump on this boat because
it's not just
he's
the Buffalo
not as
game.
great. Dude, listen,
Marcus.
For you to call Tom Brady a game manager,
that's not just the Buffalo game.
Max, come on now.
Marcus, I would refer people to a Bleacher Report article from Mike Tanier last season. It was in January. because he details this very well, the decline in Brady's number and his
everybody declines, Max.
No. And his style of play. Yes, I realize that, and that's what's happening to Brady. So what does Belichick do? Belichick trots out an all-world defense, and they're relying on that. And even last year, you see it wasn't Brady winning for them until they needed him to. Game manager, big on third down, cool under pressure. As I said, that was Russell Wilson to start his career. That's been Dak Prescott now. That was Tom Brady to start his career. And as in life, quarterbacks at the end resemble kind of what they did in the beginning.
Max,
in that respect.
I'm gonna tell you the issue that people have with you and these Tom Brady takes. All right. It seems to everybody that you have been waiting to have these type of conversations about Tom Brady. Father Time has been undefeated since ever in sports.
Right.
We saw Michael Jordan decline. We saw Kobe decline. We saw everybody decline. But for you to say that Tom Brady is a game manager is disrespectful to what Tom Brady is still doing. You saw Tom Brady have one bad game. You saw Tom Brady have a bad game last Sunday against the Buffalo Bills, and you trotted yourself out there with Molly and Stephen A. and myself and said Tom Brady is a game manager.
Let me take that apart piece by piece, okay? Number one, Father Time being undefeated, that was the point. That was my original point that everyone got so upset about.
Your original point was that he fell off a cliff and then he went to 3 straight Super Bowls.
I said he could go to the Super Bowl. That doesn't mean I pointed to Peyton Manning as an
straight.
Molly, am I debating you right now?
Well, it's
I pointed to Peyton Manning as an example of a quarterback who clearly fell off the cliff and won a Super Bowl behind what? A great defense. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.